Want to find out how this half of the month is panning out for your zodiac sign and how to get the best out of it? Come and join YILDIZ Readings 5D and we'll have a look. A very warm welcome to YILDIZ Readings 5D. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. I cover astrology, soul coaching, twin flame path and more. I am live weekly, so please click the bell and subscribe. And if you do want more creative content like this, come and join the tribe. Now for the join button, the link is directly below on the main page. You do get exclusive Your Eyes Only content, twin flame coaching, pro-release content and the extension reads. Without further ado, let's get into the video and I'll see you every Friday. Take care guys. Hi beautiful Libra, we're here to do your astrology as well as tarot. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. And we're going to have a look at how this moving into the eclipse and into June for the next eclipse, how it's all going to play out for your zodiac sign. Now, if I do fade off into the distance, it's because A, I'm looking at the chart, plus when I channel, I do tend to do that. So I try to not take it personal as I look at the chart. Okay, let's have a look at yours. Now, I did mention in the astrology video, which is very separate to this, it's conversation piece, so if you haven't looked at it, I'll try and remember to link it, otherwise you can find it on the main page. I mentioned that a lot of our values were coming up through this, and I did link back to the Scorpio moon, because really for a lot of us spiritually, pretty much from the Scorpio moon, it's felt bedlam, okay, both from a spiritual point of view and from an astrological point of view. So currently we have Pluto Retrograde, which is very Scorpio in energy. And inside of your chart, it has been really connecting in. Let's have a look. Where are we on the chart? It's been very much linking to your second house placement. So this can be your professional resources, your income, getting things done, bills coming out, out of nowhere, but really trying to tie up loose ends, but to look at your solid foundation. I do feel you're being very selective in who you interact with. I do feel also you've had a lot of choices you've had to make from a creative point of view. Now, this can be both financially and spiritually walking forward and into the eclipse. I feel a lot of you are being very careful about how you communicate and who you deal with. I do feel some of you are also from a spiritual point of view inside of your contracts and connections, because we do currently have Juno retrograde in the house of Sagittarius, which is its house of marriage. Because it's in retrograde, you're looking at the steps that connections take to bond with you. So you're assessing that, and you can spiritually be closing out a spiritual chapter. Now, what I mean by that, it doesn't mean to say that we are leaving energies. It means that we're coming to terms with things. And I'm saying from the cards that that's something that you're deeply doing. I do feel you'll feel a lot better after the eclipse. And yes, it can take 2 weeks. But, a lot of you have already been through a lot of the heavy hitting energy beforehand. But yes, still it can be affecting us, especially from our nervous system. I do feel a lot of you are really trying to fine tune your daily routine and maybe feeling quite stuck. This is a temporary thing, however, and I do feel you're going to be changing some things about to make your life flow a bit better. This is a very good time at the moment to clear your homes, moving into the lunar eclipse full moon, which is at 5 degrees. So it's almost like we're leaving an energy behind, but we're ushering a brand new one in simultaneously. So it can feel a little bit messy at first. You may feel as though you can't see the hay for the clouds. And I'm hearing the term sink or swim, and I really don't feel it's a negative thing. I think it's more you've learned something and you're evolving through that process. I'm hearing the term, I will move back to that in a moment. It's more the give and take of things, I feel, from a creative point of view that you're looking at. So in your contracts, this can be a very lucrative time, especially in the domain of catching up, running errands, publishing, advertising. This can be a very, very busy time for you. Now, from a romantic point of view, this also communication is the key. This can be on your side and the other person's side, but speaking about things that occurred in the past is a common theme coming through in your zodiac sign. So what else do I need to mention? Do try and pay close attention to your health. Because we have Jupiter in the house of Pisces, health-related dynamics, getting our stress levels in order, trying to have a more organised, structured routine, which is going to be difficult potentially during Mercury retrograde, but really paying attention to your body and to knowing what it can and can't cope with. And this can be with food groups, it might be with your stress levels, but it's an important time that should you choose to have checkups, probably bode better after Mercury retrograde. But nevertheless, you know, really to pay close attention to your health and to look after yourself. I do feel during this time you're going to be creating healthy boundaries to do with what you can and can't do. And what people do with that is purely going to be their choice. Some of you may go into hermit mode for a little bit and isolate yourself away from individuals, not because you can't handle them, but because you're not owning something that isn't a you problem. So I feel it is very much the healthy boundaries. Now, next month we are having Mars transit out of the house of Cancer. So your work area and the things you are doing potentially has been extremely busy. It may become incredibly intense between now and the first 2 weeks next month. So if you are needing to tie up loose ends and get things on the road in your career sector, it will give you the energy to do this, but tension could come through that domain. I do feel as it transits over to the house of Leo, it can be taking the pressure off in that area. And, you know, it's not really in its perfect sign, being Mars in the house of Cancer. It doesn't really like to be in that area, but it has showed you a lot of where the issues are. So if emotions have come up relating to it, it's quality systems, things we shift about so that it's more in the resonance of us. Sometimes it can be the way we're relating to an employment sector. Other times it can be that we've just outgrown that and we're needing to honour that dynamic. With Jupiter in the house of Pisces, I do feel you're looking at the bigger picture of how to get yourself where you need to be, but also what steps you would need to take to alleviate some of that pressure. So again, I am seeing quality systems at play here. As we have Mars move into the house of Leo, your hopes and dreams are going to be addressed, and I do feel this can be a very lucrative time for you between now and next month. The one area I would be cautious of can be your documentation, your paperwork, because it is falling in the 8th house. And between your contracts, be it it's with your intimate partners, be it it's with your documentation and paperwork, paying close attention, but understand on the 14th, we are going to be having Uranus and Taurus squaring Saturn. There can be some tension surrounding such. So yeah, be pre-warned for that area. Now, the solar eclipse in Gemini is, what house is it falling in? I know this, 9th house. Okay, so again, beautiful time for advertising. You also may have to, you're better off to keep quite fluid between now and next month during the time of Mercury retrograde. But again, you could be extremely busy. Now, this can be traveling long distance. This may be you communicating via media. This can be a relationship going to the next level. And I see a lot of negotiations there, a lot of renegotiations. And these choices, it's all creative, okay? It's within the family, it's within your love life, it's within what you want to build. It's beautiful that it's in the upright, but spiritually, you're looking at what you want to bring with you and what you don't. This can be communication from people from the past, but honestly, looking at these cards, a lot of this is to do with you spiritually letting go of the past. It doesn't mean the people. It's the old story you're letting go of. Some of you could be really scared that people aren't going to be coming with you on the journey, be it it's a contract or be it it's a person. But it's a viewpoint, okay? Nobody can truly take from you what is truly yours. I feel from a manifestation we accidentally during this Sagittarius eclipse need to be incredibly careful of what we think, because we can usher it in. Some of you are thinking of two direct situations. This can be love and work. You've covered it, okay? You've covered all bases, but again, I'm hearing the term it takes two to tango, and that's what I said. No, I'll leave that for the moment. Taking two to tango, I feel with the choices is really to do with the deeper intimacy. You know, if we can bridge that gap for communication, which I do feel for a lot of us, Mercury retrograde will usher in. these frustrations, these fears can come up and maybe be there in a conversation piece. That of what we're thinking. But from what I'm seeing in the cards is there are lessons learned here. You know, yes, we have choices every day. I'm not really seeing that there's a choice that is right or wrong. I'm merely seeing you having a need and shifting the pieces about to make those things happen. Now, I do feel for many of you, there could be an external individual or a romantic interest, and I do feel this person has really changed. I feel this person's upgraded, but some of you may want to change some things inside of the connection or even bridge the gap for that connection, but you're sort of looking at it from a point of view, do I stay, do I go? Now, the do I stay, do I go doesn't have to be that that person's there, but I feel more so universe is asking you to let the past go. Let the past go, embody the brand new vibration to bring in this new beginning for this situation. Love and light, take care, stay tuned for these last messages. And if you do want to know how to make a booking on the website or where to find the member zone, I have added the information inside of this video for your update. Take care, I'll see you live on Friday. Now, as I mentioned, these are the must-know dates for the astrology. The full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius at 5 degrees is occurring on the 26th of May 2021. Now, there can be, again, weather patterns 2 weeks in, 2 weeks out, and we do have the next solar eclipse, which is next month. The sun entered Gemini the 20th, so again, you may find that your third eye and the things you're thinking about and your values, you may really be doing a lot to bring everything together, and it can be a busy time. Mercury goes retrograde from the 29th of May. Expect confusion and a lot moving. And Mars has been in Cancer from the 23rd and it leaves June the 11th. So yes, that tension point can be relieved, but get your home in order. Try and keep grounded and things should flow. But definitely you will find during this time it can be an extremely social but independent time. Now, with Venus entering Gemini, which it did from the 9th of May, you may find that you do have a lot on your plate when it does come to your finances, when it does come to your social experiences, and you may have a lot of thoughts going through your mind. You may be looking at your day-to-day routine and what is going on in the forward movement of that. You also may feel fiercely independent and not want to be held down. This too shall pass, it's temporary. But this can be times when, with both Mercury moving into retrograde and Venus entering Gemini, well, which it was from the 9th, we will have communication from the past. Now, I'm also seeing with Saturn and Aquarius retrograding from the 23rd of May all the way through till October the 11th, you may be looking at circumstances surrounding group activities, but also social responsibilities. Now, next month we do have the solar eclipse in Gemini on the 10th of June, so do be prepared for that, as well as it is the North Node, so it will be amplified. We also have Saturn in Aquarius, as I mentioned, squaring Uranus and Taurus, which is occurring on the 14th, so pre-warned, forearmed. Now, if you want to join us for the webinar, the video up next shows you two things. It shows you where you can book private readings, how to get onto the website, and also how to join the Members Hub. So stay tuned for the update. Thanks for joining us here at YILDIZ Readings 5D. If you do want a personal booking, you can go to the link below. A lot of people ask me how to join the members area, so there is an information video up next after this. Yes, astrology updates, twin flame path, super chats every Friday. So please click the bell and subscribe. We cap them at $11 because the first tier level for the members for twin flame coaching is $11. So those of you who want to join the Members Hub, here is a small video relating to it. Now in this video, it's going to show you basically where you can locate it. You can find it in the information box in any video that is uploaded to YouTube. It's on the join section. On the main page, you can find it. When you go to the membership zone and you purchase the first tier level, you get the twin flame videos. Now they are still up there. You find them under the community tab, and that's for the pre-extended videos and the extension reads members only. Now for the website, this is how the website looks on the main page, and should you need to go to it, you can press the link that does take you to the booking page. We have webinars, we have Skype videos and more. If you do want any of these, you have the information. I will see you during the month. Take very good care of yourselves, and I trust you like the content.